Welcome back to Oklahoma City, the 1992 Dr. Pepper GT Grand Nationals. Duffy Wilson along with Scott Snook, and we're ready to get back down to the track for some more action in the semi-mains.
Yeah, it's In-Hee Lee, the GT pilot. In the hunt, definitely. Currently in the lead. Got to get out of this semi.
These are the 16 experts of semi-main.
In-Hee Lee, Canyon Country California rider, is in the lead. He's got company coming. Vanderveen and Hajek in the corners.
Vanderveen is on the inside. And Vanderveen, he ducks underneath on that corner. Vanderveen in the lead.
But Lee takes it right back. This guy puts down the power. In-Hee has got it going his way now. Vanderveen, Hajek in tow.
Lee and Vanderveen swapping the lead. We now go to the back stretch. Lee is number 1, Vanderveen number 2.
In-Hee, the GT rider, is driving the train right now. Ryan Vanderveen out of Corona, hanging tough in the 2 spot. Here they come around the mountain and down the hill. The triple jumps. It's got to be In-Hee Lee, Ryan Vanderveen, Mikey Hajek, and by virtue of the crash, Chris Cannon.
We move to our second 16X semi-main. There's Bo Olson.
Bo doesn't know diddly, but he knows BMX. Got to get out of this one for his new team, SE Racing. Gate comes down, and it looks like Eric Miersch is the guy that has the power out of that gate. It is Miersch in control right now. Now Eudalet takes it over the free agent rider out of Texas. The green goat rider on the gas, it's Eudalet. Miersch and Bo's in 3.
Eudalet made the move on the inside, and now Eudalet makes his way, headed now for the big flat turn into the back stretch. Here comes Eudalet, Miersch, and Olson.
1 year ago to the date, Chris Eudalet did not get out of his semi-main when he was in the hunt. He's going to get it this time. Eudalet is on fire, climbing Pikes Peak right now.
As we go to the back stretch, now to the home stretch, it is still Eudalet, Miersch, and Olson.
Ukulele Eudalet brings them home. Also transferring are Eric Miersch, Bo Olson, and Chris Schoonover.
17 experts is next, semi-mains.
John Boy Rana in this one. He's got to get out. Got Liberatore, Gray, and Monje. All of them real hard and fast this weekend. We got a little bump and run going on.
2 riders down before the first turn.
John Rana still in control. Rana's hanging on tight. He's got Nick Liberatore sticking with him like a cheap suit. It is Rana and Liberatore 1 and 2 in the corner.
Rana and Liberatore are gone 1 and 2 as they come to the flat turn and into the backstretch.
It's still the Arizona rider followed by Las Vegas, Nevada, and Arizona once again. Rana, Liberatore, and Gray 1, 2, and 3 headed up the mountain right now.
Rana, Liberatore, and Gray will be 1, 2, 3. Who's that 4th transfer spot, Scott?
Transfers are Rana, Liberatore, Gray, and Monje.
4 riders advanced, but 1 rider did not advance early in that race.
Jimmy Priest comes out with an incredible amount of pressure, and he simply squirrels out. He gets loose and can't get it back together.
That's a sorry finish to that start. We've got a break in the action, and before we get to the main events, let's go to Mike with some World Championship GT riders.
We're down in the GT pits now, talking with a couple of riders on the team, the littlest guy and the biggest guy. Chad, you're 11 years old. Your bike looks fast, looks light. What's the story?
Well, it is pretty light, and I have skinny light wheels, alloy cranks, and the bike is made just for little kids like me.
Are you fast?
Yes.
All right. On the other end of the spectrum, we have 26-year-old Gary Ellis, the AA Pro for the GT team. Gary, what's the biggest difference between your bike and Chad's?
Well, size, strength, and durability. We got a bigger frame, we got strength, we got a big double-butted fork, we got double-butted tubing frame. It's all about strength. You want to keep it light, and you want to keep it strong. So we're running, bigger components, stronger components.
Does racing for money make a big difference in the bike too? Do you mean it has to be durable?
It has to be durable. We can't have any breakdowns. We got to know when we go off the gate that our bike is going to make to the finish line. And when you have a GT bike like this, you know it's going to make to the finish line.
Great. Well, you've heard it from the pros and you've heard it from the top amateurs. You got to have a great bike, and these are 2 fast bikes and 2 fast riders.
It's time for the mains, and it's fitting that we start with the 5 and unders. At the start of the day, they had a chance to be the national #1 amateur. It's the mains for the little kids.
These are our little guys, and Dwight Tardy, the power light rider, has got a real shot at #1 early on. The gate comes down, and here come the Dinky Dudes, the main event for the motorcycle midgets, and Tardy comes out first.
And we have a crash early in the race. But we continue on, just one rider down.
And it's Dwight Tardy. Tardy all the way. The Power Light powerhouse is smoking out there in the hot spot. Most of his contemporaries still on training wheels, and this guy is flying through the corners.
I'm glad you brought that up, Scott, because one of the competitors in this race was actually under 4 years old. Tardy, 5 years old, and in the lead in this main.
And you got to recognize the fact that this guy is a bicycle racer. He's power down everywhere. He gets his hips back where they need to be on the jumps. He rides just like Gary Ellis would.
Dwight Tardy being cheered on by the fans here in our first main. Thousands of races, and now we're to the mains, 5 and under, and here comes a champion, Dwight Tardy.
Tardy brings him back around, this youngin, also out of the San Diego area, brings him in for the main event, and he's going to pick himself up the win. Dwight Tardy, 5-year-old hero.
So for now, Dwight Tardy is the #1 national amateur boy. He must wait for more races, but when we come back, the national #1 girl will have to wait no longer. She will be crowned.